Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the BAC Talks. I'm Mahesh Daas, President of the BAC. I'm heartened by the response we have received for this new series of conversations. We have designed a day filled with extraordinary dialogues. We have convened this forum as a space for discussing contemporary issues of consequence. Hence, we chose the theme Design for Post-Pandemic Environments. As the preeminent forum for convening key conversations for 130 years, the BAC is the most important forum for understanding the realities of our world today and shaping a just future through design. At the BAC, we have made it our mission to include and serve diverse communities and empower them with access to the privileges of design education. We are here for each other to speak up for our community in meaningful ways through our mission as a design institution. Today, we have in the audience a good mix of BAC community, friends from all corners of the country, as well as from all around the world, as far as Bahrain, Brazil, Chile, Ecuador, India, Italy, Nigeria, and Taiwan. So by way of introducing all of you to the BAC, let me share with you a brief story about grew up. Is punctuated by certain enormous trees, members of the fig family called banyan trees, one of which can be found in many places. The largest such tree, called the great banyan tree, lives near Kolkata. In the 200 years of its existence, this tree has to be half a kilometer wide, 10 stories tall, and cover over 3.5 acres of land. Its massive limbs are supported by craggy prop roots that become trunks. These prop roots start out as slender aerial threads and descend onto pockets of decaying leaves and rich soil, eventually thicken and become trunks. No wonder the great banyan tree's 3,600 prop roots give it the appearance of a forest. Birds, bats, monkeys, owls, dogs, squirrels, lovers, gurus, and yogis could all find a sense of belonging in the ecosystem of banyan trees. So a banyan tree is like a collage. When I arrived at the BAC and began learning more about the institution, it really reminded me of the great banyan tree. So much like the great banyan tree, the BAC found its start as a small seed on Somerset Street 130 years ago, and eventually took root in the Back Bay as the Boston Architectural Club. As a natural progression of moving from an informal social organization like a club to a professional institution of offering many programs, the club became a center in 1944, and the center became a college in 2006. All right, let's resume. So I'm going to get back to the time in history when the center became a college in 2006. So Boston literally and figuratively serves as our campus and our strength. Our students are concurrently educated online in the BAC Anywhere class, in the classrooms and studios in the Back Bay, and in as many as 81 professional firms in Greater Boston area through our practice integrated educational model. Through the BAC's Gateway program, also partner with the local communities to address multidimensional social problems. If we look at the data from at least the last 15 years, no less than 1,672 firms and nonprofit organizations have employed our students. Those nearly 1,700 prop routes make us the great tree of Boston. During the last year, we have gathered our people, our team of teams, a series of conversations to a vision for the future of the BAC. What has emerged as a result of these conversations is a hexagon of a fourth chapter building on the previous three chapters of the BAC. So let me go over this vision hexagon, the 6 elements of our vision. It sets the stage for today. So number one, we envision delivering on our educational mission of diversity and inclusion to help our students fully actualize their potential without boundaries. So let me get back to our vision and talk about how we envision college as a global network, a cloud canopy with virtual aerial routes, meeting the disenfranchised, the marginalized, the inconvenient, and the unconventional students wherever they live in the world. We envision an articulated network of seamless flows, propelling students from K through 12 systems, community colleges, and universities into design education. We envision an institution becoming an epicenter for cutting-edge thought leadership and technological innovation to diversify the design professions forward. We envision an empathetic and compassionate world where design becomes an issue. Literacy and design thinking becomes a basic skill for all to build a just, thriving, and resilient society. And finally, we envision a time when BAC's educational model becomes a model to be emulated across higher education spectrum. So I've learned in my 11 months here how amazingly the BAC lives in a lot more hearts than I could count. You are our thousands of prop roots. Boston's Architectural College, as I say, and Boston's great banyan tree. So I'm so glad that you are all here. So the activities of today flow from our mission and our vision hexagon. We recognize the incredibly important role design can play in the face of uncertainty and in the face of shifting paradigms. So beginning with the first session, which is Crisis as Conversation this morning, to the final session at 11 p.m., Designers to the Rescue. We have 10 opportunities to address different aspects of the post-pandemic world. And we've designed these and timed these to be accessible, available to people from all around the globe. So, and of course, the day is going to be keynoted by the Pritzker Prize-winning architect Tom Main of Morphosis at 7 p.m. ET. So please join us for all of these sessions. We will engage in various discussions and take away great insights and glimpses of it we'll be shaping together. So now let me invite the council to speak right after this. So Rand is a 2017 graduate of the BAC. He's interested in the intersection of sustainability and the public realm, specifically the impact of the built environment and on criminality. Driven by the belief that architecture is for everyone and that space can be empowering for those who use it, Rand is thrilled to be a member of course, our BAC community. So Rand, please take away. The stage is yours.
Thanks, Mahesh. That was a great introduction to the school. My name is Mahesh introduced me, and I serve as the co-chair for the Alumni Council of the Boston Architectural College. And first, I just want to wish you all a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you may be in the globe. Just to introduce the Alumni Council, we're a group whose mission is to welcome and empower alumni as vital to the life of the BAC, no matter where they may be in the globe. As Mahesh alluded to, you know, our physical campus is in Boston, but we see our students doing wonderful things all around the globe and still a part of that network of the school. So the series of events today, our first ever BAC Talks Symposium, I'm pretty pumped about it, is representative of that mission. Each one of the discussions today has a BAC alum involved, and some panels are even stuffed to the brim with our fellow graduates. I think you'll find these talks are representative of the values of the BAC and its graduates, ranging from giving voice to post-colonial communities in the US and Canada, engaging in thoughtful design responses for victims of trauma, and learning how practice has shifted around the world due to the pandemic we face as global citizens. I'm incredibly proud of our school and our community around the globe, and I'm very happy to be able to share my colleagues' work with you today. I'd like to thank Mahesh Daas for spurring on these discussions, the BAC Board of Trustees for being welcome supporters of this event, and Eliza Wilson and Kristen Hansen for being champion organizers, and to you, the audience, for taking time out of your day or night to join us for these ever so relevant talks. If you're an alum of the Boston Architectural College, I welcome your engagement via email through alumni@thebac.edu. I'd love to catch up and hear your stories of, you know, either your time at school or, you know, what you're doing now and what you're up to. And I hope to meet you soon. Can you believe we have a full day of talks to check out? I mean, we're on the East Coast going to be doing this past midnight, and that's pretty exciting. And I just want to welcome you to the day. And with that, I'll hand it back to Mahesh. Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate remarks and your excellent work and the council's excellent work in really making this event possible. So thank you for all you do. And now I would like to turn to Mayor Marty Walsh. Mayor Walsh has been an extraordinary friend and partner for us. You know, I'll give an example. On December 6th last year, which was my president day, as the Boston Architectural Day to mark the contributions of the BAC for 130 years, the contributions to the city of Boston. And despite his extraordinarily busy schedule, he took time to address our gathering today. So here I present to you Mayor Marty Walsh.
Hello, everyone. This is Boston Mayor Marty Walsh. Congratulations to the Boston Architectural College on your inaugural BAC Talks. This day of discussion is inspired by your alumni community and represents the best in global design thinking. To those of you visiting virtually from all across the world, as far away as Rwanda, I welcome you back to Boston and I thank you for taking part. Today you'll be leading discussions about design innovations in a post-COVID world. These are very relevant to the times we're living in right now. For 130 years, the city of Boston has looked to the BAC for leadership in design, a tradition that continues today and is needed now more than ever. I want to thank BAC and the design community for leading us forward. Enjoy the day, take care, and stay connected.
Mayor Walsh. Thank you, Mayor Walsh, and start getting ready for our first session at 9:30 a.m. And so please get a cup of coffee and enjoy and engage in this full day of intellectual exchanges and heartful conversations. Once again, from all of us at the BAC, thank you so much for joining us and looking forward to seeing you throughout the day.